Iraq War was a lie. There's a theory that the US stayed in Iraq for over a decade after it was liberated, not because of oil, but something way more powerful. In the 1920s, a British explorer discovered what was rumored to be the oldest known stargate in the world, which is a device that allows travel between planets almost instantly. It was located at what is known today as the Great Ziggurat. However, in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein fortified the ancient complex.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Hope everyone had a good weekend, y'all. We're back with another reaction. I got some feedback from my last video. He was right. He was right, y'all. I gotta do better with the editing. I let YouTube do my editing when there's a copyright. I gotta do better, right? So I apologize to everybody out there that's been dealing with that, and I appreciate everyone that's supporting me and telling me to keep my head up, right? So you know, I make a vow. I'm gonna do better, y'all. I'm gonna do better for the CaveFam because you guys deserve better. You guys give me a lot of positive energy and make my day a lot of the times with these comments, so I can do my part and give you guys better quality videos. But hey, we're back with another reaction. It's early in the morning. Sundays are my reaction days now, so we're sipping on some coffee. I love my coffee, y'all. Since I don't drink, my Sundays are now my old Friday after work, right? Not my Sundays, my every morning, right? Every morning I drink coffee. I love it. But anyways, y'all, I ain't gonna hold you guys up too long. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction. All right, here we go, y'all. Sit back, enjoy your Sunday, enjoy the video. Stick around till the end. I finally made a decision what I want to do with my other channel. I think I can help out a lot of people with it. So stick around to the end and find out what I'm doing on my other channel, what I'm going to start doing. Let's have some fun.
Did John Cena just perform a humiliation ritual at the 2024 Oscars? Cena would walk out in front of everyone with simply a cardboard box covering what people don't want to see. Is this the same John Cena the world used to know? At the beginning of 2023, John started wearing dresses in public and was seen many times looking feminine. People were already starting to wonder, and then he would go on to make OnlyFans. In one of his OnlyFans videos, you can see John's eyes looking sad. People are thinking Cena is being humiliated by Hollywood on purpose for fame and fortune. Not only did Cena close to embarrass himself at the Oscars, but he did it in front of his ex-wife, Nikki Bella, in the audience. Many celebrities were left uncomfortable after this bit at the Oscars, especially the thought of John Cena's fan base being very young. This has wrestling fans and Cena fans wondering what's going on, and if this is the John Cena we're used to seeing. Are you a fan of John Cena? Follow if you are.
This is why I know Cat Williams was onto something. Like, I know John Cena did not leave wrestling to do this. Like, go and get the bag, dude, but why? He's got range. We saw that. He can do action. He can do drama. He can do comedy. But this is not towel holding, hustle, loyalty, respect. And that's kind of the guy that I want. That's the guy that I want.
Yeah, like John Cena, he can be the biggest action hero, right? I mean, he's got a big following from WWE. But to go that route, like, you can't go to a superhero movie from that, right? Like, you have the comedy, the kids' movies. You can be the next Terminator, right? But going to that, like, the price of fame, is it really that worth it?
Metastasis, small cell lung cancer, you're literally a goner. The 0% chance of survival at 3 to 6 months life expectancy, and I was basically told to go home and get my affairs in order and think about hospice. And the next day, I got a call from a large animal veterinarian in western Oklahoma who's a college friend and family friend. And he told me this crazy story about a scientist at Merck on the veterinary side who has been doing cancer research on mice, and she had hundreds of mice that she'd implanted cancers in all their body parts, brain, stomach, liver, pancreas, etc. And her mouse population came down with intestinal parasites. And so she had no choice but to save her research. She gave all of her mice fenbendazole. If you went out to any zoo in the world, they bring in fenbendazole truckload, front-end loader, head-high piles in bays, because they give that drug to every single animal in the animal kingdom.
And one of the oldest and safest drugs around, right?
Yeah, it's been around for 40 years. So she did, and unfortunately, or fortunately for all of us, she also learned that she accidentally killed all the cancer.
Well, that was a surprise, right?
Yeah, it's just a serendipitous surprise.
Now, they got to have the cure to cancer, right? They have to. But there's no money in the cure, right? Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, right?
I'm going to continue talking about this stuff because it's important to me. And I don't want the memories to be lost. I don't want what I went through to get brushed over. And also, I don't give a fuck. You know, I've been able to make a ton of money playing a sport that I'm really good at, and I'm thankful for that. I have a platform. Some people want you to just shut up and throw a football, and that's fine. But I think there has to be certain voices of reason, and many people say I'm an idiot. I'm not smart. I got attacked for my intelligence levels, which is an interesting angle to attack me on. There's a lot of things you can say about me, but that's an interesting angle to go. But in the end, I believe that what I did and what I stand for is a tough position to be in. But I think it's important responsibility to continue to speak up and use my voice to give other people the permission to stand up as well. Because there's a lot of people that believe a lot of the things that I believe in that don't have the opportunity to do it, don't have the courage to do it, don't have the platform to do it in. And I feel like I can speak for some of those people and hold the line for some of those people, regardless of what kind of crosshairs that puts me in with certain media members. You know, they want to shut me down on being on McAfee. They want to shut me up from.
Well, that was the Kimmel thing, right?
Well, no.
Did you ever talk to that dude? Have you ever talked to him?
I've been on the show. Yeah.
When he was about to start getting into it, here comes Joe Rogan. That was Kimmel, right? No, it was Kimmel. But this is what I'm talking about. People are scared to come out and talk. Like, there's so much athletes and so much celebrities that probably feel, not even going to say probably, that do feel the same way Aaron Rodgers feels. Aaron Rodgers just got the balls to say it, right? I don't care. You can cancel me, kick me off the team, whatever. I'm all right, right? Because this is what I believe in. This is what I'm going to stand on. And if it gets me blackballed from, celebrity status, then I'm willing to, take those consequences to help the people. You got to respect Aaron Rodgers.
Execution was ordered the day after Christmas by U.S. President Abraham Lincoln. And that's next on the trumpet. Abraham Lincoln ordered that 38 people be hanged the day after Christmas. And we were all too busy watching the Civil War to pay attention to how the government cleared out the West. They were tricked into turning themselves in, and then were all hung before anything could be done about it. The government taught the people into deceiving themselves. And this letter right here was written from one of the men that was on those gallows, and the letter was written to his stepfather. King Abraham said himself, it never was about slavery. These words are etched in stone right at the bottom of the Lincoln Memorial. My paramount objective in this struggle is to save the Union, and it is not to save or destroy slavery. If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing all the slaves, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing some and leaving others alone, I would also do that. It's pretty deceptive. And when the shoe fits, wear it. Fascism is how people take over like that. And that pack of rods that Lincoln has his hand on right there, those are called fasces, and that's where that word comes from. The fasces are a bundle of rods with a projecting axe blade. Those are an emblem of authority and fascism. These dudes are fascist. That boy still got his finger on the trigger. That's the day after Christmas. As soon as the federal government owned all of their land, and then they won the war and owned all of the South, they got rid of that guy. The Holy Bible says look out for people just like that. Ephesians chapter 6. For our wrestling is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and power, against the rulers of the world, of this darkness, against the spirits of wickedness in the high places. And for me, that speech may be given to me, that I may open my mouth with confidence to make known the mysteries of the gospel.
It's so deep with the symbolism, right? Like, Did any of us know that on Lincoln, where his arms are resting on the armrest, we just thought it was sitting on a couch on armrest. But little did we know, those pillars are deeper than what we thought. Like there's so much hidden symbolism, everywhere, right? And so it was just his key was, I don't care how we do it. I just want to free the Union. I don't care if we keep slaves. I don't care if we set them free. I don't care if we set 20 free and keep 100,000. If it saves the Union, if this is what we got to do to save the Union. So that was his whole priority. It wasn't even about freeing the slaves, I guess. And it says it right there at the monument. That's crazy. I've never been to Washington, D.C. I don't really think I want to go, to tell you the truth. But yeah, it's etched in stone, right?
And move through space that way. And as opposed to what we're used to, for instance, a plane, once it's in the air, we envision thrust or some force coming out the back of it to push it forward. The crafts work completely opposite of that. Is once they're hovering in the air, they'll swing the two remaining gravity generators up in front of them and create a distortion, essentially a downhill. And the craft rolls downhill for infinity. That's why they look goofy when they fly around at low speed. The gravity field around the Earth is not completely constant and stable, depending on the minerals and density of the Earth underneath it. So its low speed mode is kind of unstable for the most part. There's what they call Omicron configuration, where the craft is using one generator, or Delta configuration, where it's utilizing all three. Delta configuration would be for space travel. Essentially, the craft will tilt up on its side, focus the three gravity generators to a single point, and move through space that way. And as opposed to what we're used to, for instance, a plane, once it's in the air, we envision thrust or some force coming out the back of it to push it forward. The crafts work completely opposite of that. Is once they're hovering in the air, they'll swing the two remaining gravity generators up in front of them and create a distortion, essentially a downhill. And the craft rolls downhill for infinity. That's why they look goofy when they fly around at low speed. The gravity field around the Earth is not completely constant and stable, depending on the minerals and density of the Earth underneath it. So its low speed mode is kind of unstable for the most part.
Beautiful. Doesn't that clip just bring you peace and happiness? I know it does to me. It takes me back to Disneyland, the jungle ride, right? After a big meal, you want to do some chill where it's not up and down. It's a nice jungle cruise. That's what that reminded me of. And boy, am I due for a vacation.
Front yard is very telling of who you are and what kind of customer you're going to be.
Give me an example.
Pristine yard, good landscaping, you have good credit.
If you can't take care of your landscaping, you're not taking care of your finances.
Yeah.
That's so good.
You got to have good credit. Number two is you get the guys that have the backed in Camaros or the car guys or the truck guys, big lifted tires.
They like the luxuries.
Those are my customers. I can drive down a street and literally see a backed up truck and then a minivan next to it. That's my customer. Family guy, lifted truck. He likes the luxuries. He's got expendable income. He's got a nice yard. He's going to be a buyer.
Now, I want to go a little deeper into that, right? I do deliveries on the side. A little bit of Uber Eats, mainly Spark, which is Walmart. Groceries, right? I've noticed, now I told my brother-in-law this because he does it too in Arizona, and he never realized it. I picked it up, right? People that tip the best do these things. For one, they eat clean, right? Now, of course, there's outliers. Some people that do the opposite, tip good still. But the majority, 90% of the time, the people that tip the best, they eat clean, right? Veggies, organic. You can tell they follow a strict way of eating, right? And then that leads down to their yards are clean, their cars are clean, their patios are blew out, no dust, no cobwebs. I've noticed those people eat clean the majority of the time and they tip good. Now, the reason I think they do that is because they have self-respect, right? They respect themselves enough to put clean foods in them. So in that, they can respect others, right? They can tip good, right? When you have respect for yourself, you have respect for other people. And I've noticed they tip good. They clean their yards, their cars are clean, right? They just have a lot of self-respect. And that goes into that. I don't know what that guy does. I'm guessing door-to-door sales, and that's what he looks for, a clean yard, because usually that just means organized up here, usually, right? When your yard's clean, car's clean, backed up, right? You're organized up here. And to me, that starts with the eating. Those people probably eat a pretty clean diet, y'all. And that's why I put that in there, because I've noticed that with doing deliveries with people's food, right? I deal with what people are putting in their body every day, right? And the ones that eat the cleanest usually tip the best, clean yards.
Cruises are great until you realize how dark the ocean gets at night. Now, I've done a video about this a little while back, and it's got 2.8 million views and counting. And most of the comments are, well, what do you expect? It gets dark at night. But it's completely different when you're on a cruise ship. It's like, unless you've been on a cruise ship, you're not going to understand how dark it gets at night. And then they say, all you're doing is sharing a swimming pool. So it's kind of because there is nothing to see if you look overboard at night, because it's absolutely pitch black. It's the blackest black you've ever seen. So I'll actually show you what it looks like when it's pitch black. This is looking over the balcony off a cruise ship, absolutely pitch black. I mean, is it really worth me doing a 1 minute video of looking out to sea at night in the pitch black? I don't think so. So there you go, see you in the next one.
Now, falling overboard on that at night or during the day, you might as well as be getting thrown out of a space shuttle in the middle of space, right? It's the same thing, hundreds and thousands of miles of just darkness and sea, right? Just lost into the ether, right? So that's pretty. I've never been on a cruise. I would like to go on one just to see, to be out there. I've never been out. The furthest I've been in the ocean is knee level, right? Knee level, if that, ankle level, right? So to be out and like go outside during the day and just look around, it's got to be surreal to see you're just surrounded by water, right?
The Iraq War was a lie. There is a theory that the U.S. stayed in Iraq for over a decade after it was liberated, not because of oil, but something way more powerful. In the 1920s, a British explorer discovered what was rumored to be the oldest known stargate in the world, which is a device that allows travel between planets almost instantly. It was located at what is known today as the Great Ziggurat. However, in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein fortified the ancient complex in an attempt to keep out explorers from seeing what was hidden inside, or at least that was the official statement. Furthermore, many have reported seeing strange ancient technology coming out of the Great Ziggurat, rumored to have come through the Stargate from an advanced civilization, with many people coming forward claiming to have been involved in classified programs where Stargate technology was used. People are starting to wonder if this is why we dumped so much money and resources into Iraq. So, is it possible that we've been there this entire time so we could get our hands on advanced ancient technology?
Now, was that his weapons of mass destruction that he had? I don't know. But I've heard soldiers, like on the Sean Ryan podcast, come back and say how bad they've seen him do terrible things. So I'm not going to sit here and defend Saddam Hussein. But I believe there's places in this world that have those types of things. In Iraq, they've been at war. There's been death there since the beginning of mankind, right? Same with Afghanistan. There's been war and poverty, and it seems like a constant battle between good and evil in places like that forever. And there's a reason. Maybe there's that type of portal there. That's why there's been this constant battle of good and evil over there since as long as we've been walking the earth, right? So who knows? We'll never know.
Watch. Okay, 2 movies. Go watch 2 movies. Go watch Margin Call. Go watch Big Short. These are 2 movies you got to watch this weekend. Listen, folks, listen. Add it to your list. Watch Margin Call and watch Big Short. You'll realize what's going on. It'll give you a hint.
Now, I've never seen those movies, but I think they have to do with the housing market and how they got rich off that 2008 housing market. and probably how they're getting rich with this 7.2% interest rate right now. And these houses that, just 3 years ago were selling for 180,000, now are selling for 350,000. In the peak of the pandemic, we're selling for 450. Oh my God. Can you imagine if I had a house back then and sold it and made 400,000 in equity? Ooh, I'd be kicking my feet up in Disneyland on that jungle cruise. You know what I'm saying?
This is why the carnivore diet's nuts. Number one, this was me in the summer. This is me now. That's an 87-pound difference in 6 months. Wow. Number two, my teeth, always clean. Zero plaque. It feels like I just came from the flippin' dentist. Number three, my ability to focus is unreal. Meat is like nature's limitless pill. Number four, my sleep, the last 6, almost 7 months, the deepest, most quality sleep I've ever had. And I sleep a lot less too. Number five, my energy, just this. I don't get tired. I used to be a big napper. I do not get tired throughout the day. Number six, joint pain, gone. I know what you're thinking. Ray, you're 26, you don't have joint pain. No, I did. I had a surgery at 14. They took out 60% of my meniscus, and ever since then, stabbing knives in my knee. And on day 3 of carnivore, poof, gone, nuts. Number 7, as somebody who struggled with depression from a very early age, I'm telling you the only thing greater than every other crazy thing I just listed off is that I feel better than ever mentally. It is so liberating.
Now that's what I want to get into on my other channel. We'll dive a little deeper at the end of the video, but I'm somebody that has mental health. I'm gonna say it right here. I'm schizophrenic, right? I've been diagnosed, take medication, I do what I gotta do. That's why I don't drink, right? Making life changes to be a better version of myself, right? Trying to get rid of everything. The one last thing I got to get rid of is a bad diet, right? Because I've noticed I've done carnivore on and off, keto. I noticed when I'm doing those two, I'm limitless up here, y'all. And that's what I want my other channel to be. I'm actually doing a 36-hour fast right now. And yeah, we'll dive in a little later at the end of the video, so stick around for that. I'm not going to hold you guys up in the middle of the reaction. Let's get back.
Give it to me. Give me the mirror. That cool?
Is this real?
Yeah,
this is very real.
I'm recording. This is real.
Okay, that's
Good.
great. Just finish my hair and don't want to talk to you.
Do you want me to finish the front for you?
What you mean?
Do you want me to line it up for you? I can do it for you.
I want her to finish. Please don't not touch me.
Let her finish.
Jeez.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay, let's not forget our hat. Ruler, glasses. $9, sir.
Dude, I would have walked out.
We only take cash.
Bye.
There's a sign here that says that.
We only take cash.
Well, I don't have to go take cash.
You see here? You can leave something, a card, a phone, something.
Give me here my keys.
Okay, show me your ID, will you?
Touch. Ma'am, you don't need to touch me. Hey, you assaulted me. You guys are witness this stuff happening here?
He's not an American citizen.
Yes, so what's the difference?
Nothing.
Your grandparents were Americans?
Yeah.
Yeah? They're?
Yeah.
Native?
Yeah.
You're native?
Yes.
With blue eyes?
Huh.
Yeah. Huh. You're unbelievable.
I wish
You're gonna be famous.
You should come
You're
in.
gonna be
I hope
famous.
so. God, I
You
hope.
will.
Man, that guy's an idiot. I would have said, I ain't paying for this. Even before she said we're only taking cash, I would have walked out of that place. You're crazy. You think I'm going to pay for this after this customer service? $9 or $100? I ain't paying. Like, I went to get a haircut the other day, right? I got a clean cut. And I went to one barbershop. Well, I go to Great Clips, y'all. I'm frugal, right? I like to save money. So I go to Great Clips now. I get an easy haircut, just a trim on the sides, trim up top. Anyone can do that except me. So I went to one barbershop and this dude came up aggressive already. Already I didn't like his energy. I pick up on energy like that. I didn't like his energy, right? So, I went and sat down, and then Great Clips, they make a little note. Your past barber makes a little note. Now, I do the same girl. She wasn't in. So I said, let me just get this dude. I want to get a haircut. Parents are coming to visit. I want to be clean cut. So, when I sat down, he said, so this is what the note says. This is what you want. So I was like, nah, like, that's might be what she put, but this is what I want. Like, I want the taper down here, not up here. And he just went on a rant saying, this is what the note says. Pretty much this is what the note says. So this is what I'm doing. Shit. I said, this is what I'm saying. And we just kept going back and forth. I said, you know what? I got up, I walked out. I'll never do business at that Great Clips again. But that guy, he said, of course he made her famous, right? We're reacting to it. But I wouldn't have paid for that.
NASA started exploring the deep sea in 1958, but stopped in 1978. After that, they started working on getting us off the planet. NASA detonated a massive explosion in the ocean in 2021. What did they discover? What are they so afraid of?
Damn. They started in the ocean for a couple years, and then they went to space. Maybe they saw those alien crafts that go under the water that we see on these videos. I don't know, but something scared them out of that ocean. And then, like you said, they started trying to figure out a way to get out of here. Because since then, we've been trying to get life on Mars, traveling out into space. I don't know.
Thinking about, that's what you're going to get back. So if you're thinking about negative thoughts, if you're thinking about something, if you're angry about something or a situation or at people, or you're always focusing on problems and issues nonstop, and you're always talking about negativity at the water cooler at your job, it's always gossip and negativity, you're going to manifest that right back into your life nonstop. So whatever you're focusing on the most, it's what's going to manifest for you. It's just like the Instagram algorithm. If you go to that popular page and tap on one woman or one man with a physique, they're going to give you 1 million physiques a day. There's nothing you can do to stop it. They stole that algorithm from the universe. It's the same exact algorithm. There's nothing different between Instagram popular page and what you're going to get from the universe. If you focus on positive posts and positivity and consciousness, when you open that popular page, the majority of the posts you're going to see are that. Same thing with the universe. No difference whatsoever. And so what you're focusing on the most, what you're talking about the most, is what's going to come to you. People thought that manifesting was all about positivity. It works negative and positive.
I like that. I've known that, but sometimes you got to re-listen to these things, right? Like hearing that, that's true. I've been thinking, I'm not going to say negative, but I've been thinking not the most positive I can think that I used to think, right? So that's something I'm gonna try to work on, y'all. Just try to start, instead of saying, damn, my video only got 3,000 views, saying, damn, my video got 3,000 views. You know what I mean? Just a different way of saying it, more like a glass half full. I'm gonna be honest, lately I've been a glass half empty type of guy, and that's not who I am, right? I'm a glass half full type of guy. So I'm glad I put that in there to reiterate and get that back in my conscious.
We're up here taking a break four-wheeling. This shit literally just landed right next to us.
I don't even know what this is.
What the fuck? That's literally a meteorite. It's fucking glowing. This shit landed right next to us like 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
Right here. Right there.
I want to get one of those lasers. I remember when I was little, we used to hang out at the park, right? You remember those times, right? At 10 o'clock at night, hanging out at the park with your friends, right? And I remember a guy came, he came over with one of those lasers. He said he was a Boy Scout like leader or something. I don't know what he was trying to do with us because we were little kids. But anyways, he came out and he showed us that laser pointing at the stars and stuff. And ever since then, I was like, damn, I want to get one of those lasers. Back then, he was like, they're like $100. I'm sure now they're like $25 on Amazon.
Guys, this is Heath's new camera. Look at the zoom he has. There's the moon. Check this out. Look at this. Hit it. There's the tiny moon getting bigger, getting closer. Watch that. Boom. Bro. Where's the flag? Where's the flag? No flag. Wake up, people. It's not real. We never landed on the moon. We didn't land on the moon.
Listen to this, because this is very fucking wild.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon, and one of the generals called me, and he said, "Sir, you gotta come in. You gotta come in and talk to me a sec. We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." I said, "We're going to war with Iraq? Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper. He said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today. And he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
It's like insane. How do they not talk about that every day?
This for entertainment purposes only. Have y'all seen this Trump float? Pay attention to all the symbolism on it. That's definitely Roman. All these eagles, that's Roman. Roman and Greece. Number 2, why is they having a parade about you in Italy? Look at the bottom of the sword. Yeah, look at that. Y'all see that? And then that definitely looks like some Russian shit. Let's go back to it. That definitely looks like some Russian shit on his shoulder.
And the Twitter bird.
And the whole giddy up looks like a big ass beast. I don't know, Trump dog, but I got some questions about the symbolism that was on your float. It's some questions that's very questionable.
Why are they even having a float? Was that like at one of his hotel reveals or something? Because this happened a couple of years ago. I saw that this was posted, but like, if he wasn't having like a grand opening, like why are they celebrating an American president in Italy, right? I don't know. Kids being kids. What eruption was that killed 150,000 people? Let me know down below, because I don't know of an eruption that's done something like that in the, near past.
And these things are a problem, but who's the one that profits? I do believe like humans have an effect on the world 100%.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Like we put chemicals in the air 100%. Something's going on.
Yeah.
But the theory is like all of these initiatives and shit, they might just be because somebody profits off of them.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, we all recycle, and recycling is a free thing. Like we all do it, and it goes to a plant, and then you know how they reuse it.
They use it, yeah.
Who gets to reap the benefits of the reuse?
The men that are selling the reused stuff.
And then who like manufactures it though?
The 2 companies that rule everything.
Doug Ford. Damn, Doug Ford, this is the theory, the reason he wanted to extend the quarantine for so long and the COVID initiative for so long was because he actually owned the sticker and vinyl companies that made the 5 feet apart, 6 feet apart.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he owned all of those.
Like whenever they put a poster up, that's money to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. No, that's crazy. No, that's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, something is not right about this eclipse. This is the path that it will take, and it will cross over with the eclipse that we had in 2017, making an X on the country. Now, right there in the crosshairs, right there, is a town called Maconda, Illinois. Let's talk about it. So this is a better look at the direct path of totality that the solar eclipse will take. Right there by Carbondale, where the X meets, is Maconda. Just as a fun fact for shiggles, this has never happened in the United States. We have never had 2 solar eclipse paths cross over on one town. So this is a pretty big fucking deal. Maconda really isn't that big of a deal. It has a population of like 500 people, and it's known as a hippie town in Illinois. Now, what I did find interesting is that there is a giant city-state park inside of Maconda. Are we waking up giants? Now, Maconda translated to South African means little ones. Are we the little ones and they're the big ones coming when the eclipse happens? Now, maybe I'm wilding out. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe there's nothing to this. But if I am just wilding out and there is nothing to this, why have they already predicted a historical chance of cloud coverage on the day of the solar eclipse? Since when do they predict cloud coverage 2 months in advance? That shit's suspicious. The fact that this hasn't ever happened before is suspicious. The fact that there is a giant city-state park right outside Sewanee National Forest, which is known for Bigfoot sightings, is suspicious. So are the clouds a attempt to hide the eclipse from us so that we don't see what happens in the shadows? Because let me remind you, this total solar eclipse will last for 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Always a cloudy day when these type of things happen, right? But anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Doing a little different now, trying to get better at it. Let me know down below if you like this style better. And get into a little bit of the video, what I said earlier. You know, I want to start documenting, because I know how strong and how powerful eating clean is, especially for someone like me that deals with this mental illness on a day-to-day basis, ups and downs. When I'm eating clean, a lot more ups. When I'm eating bad, a lot more downs. So I would like to just put this out there because I don't see a lot of people. I see a lot of doctors talking about the ketogenic and schizophrenia, a lot of doctors, but I don't see actual people living with the illness documenting, you know, what they're eating. So I would like to start doing some, you know, full days of eating, some grocery hauls. If you look at my older videos on YouTube, you know, that's what I started out doing, right? The ketogenic. I've been doing this for a while, right? And so I would like to start documenting that. And also doing some reactions to, you know, some mental health type things, putting some TikTok compilations, you know, dealing with, you know, people with anxiety, you know, just like they have these creepy TikToks, they have, you know, people dealing with their mental health and how down they're doing. And I've been through it, y'all. I've been through it all. And I know what it takes to get out of it, right? I've been at the bottom multiple times and I've climbed out of it, and I know things that I can do that can make it a little easier in life, right? So I would like to share that and just try to help out the people. That's my whole goal with everything. So let me know down below if you guys would be interested in that. Anyone dealing with mental health, anxiety, anything, y'all, let me know down below. I'm here for you guys. I've been through it. And just like I'm here for you guys are here for me. You guys don't know what those birthday wishes, you know, what they did to me. I was all alone out here in Texas, right? For my birthday. So you know, all those happy birthdays, you know, they struck a chord with me. So I appreciate you guys. But anyways, y'all, if you guys made it this far, hit that like, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. All my new watchers, we do about 4 uploads a week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So this is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow on Monday. Later.